And the planet is the beginning, a high school, college, and the pole star, North Pole and South Pole, is the university of the soul and spirit, because they store incredible knowledge in the planet and the star. You know, every time I do this, I feel so happy. You have to train yourself to do something that you feel happy, and you're happy. I do something so well for my body now, my organ and my spirit now, and I do something very good for my next life. I do something very good for this life, my organ and the spirit, and I also doing something for my next life. And this is a real training and practice. With nothing involved the religion and belief. But you believe in God or you don't believe in God, you still have a soul and spirit you have to deal with. But dealing with the soul and spirit is you have to feed them and grow them and educating them. This is a real practice. Not only, it's a real practice. You have to do it yourself. Nobody can do it for you. Too bad, huh? I have money, I have somebody, hire somebody to do it for me, you know. But this one you cannot. Now, come back to the Dantian and collect the energy. Your Dantian is the center point. You find the center and spin and store the energy there. Store the energy in the pot in the center. So we finished the fusion one. Now we have the last part of the fusion, which we will do every single fusion 1, fusion 2, fusion 3, and that is creating an energy body. Now, the Tao theory we divide into the immortal body and the energy body. We divide them into immortal Chai that is inside us. The first thing that Tao thinks this way. Our physical, when the soul and spirit come to us, it need we call a vehicle, a carrier. That the soul, because the soul and spirit is energy, there's nothing there. But they have intelligence. Now, they are child. If they hang in the space for a while, they will disperse and go back to the universe again. This is the Tao theory. If you believe it, it's okay. If you don't believe it, you can listen to it. And eventually it will make sense to you. You may be, oh, that is good, you know. So when the beginning in the universe, when a condensed intelligent energy is formed into a, we call a spirit, or we call a condensed in a intelligent energy. But they just newly formed. If they have no chance, so if they have no chance to get a body, eventually this energy not condensed enough, they will disperse and back to the universe again. But this process happens all the time. Condense more and become more condensed intelligent energy. We call a newborn, a new soul and a spirit. Not every newborn intelligent spirit can find a body. So we said it's just like buying a lotto. When they get the lotto, they get a body because there's so much soul spirit, intelligent spirit formed in this universe, and they need a physical body to contain them. So some theories say when the conception happen, and this sperm and egg form, it draw the soul spirit, it draw in the soul spirit to come in. Now, for those, that's a lucky one. Why they need a physical body? Because the soul and the spirit is just an empty body, nothing. So the physical body like container. If they don't find a container, eventually they will disperse because the energy not contained enough to stay. Now, so this body also draw in the primordial force because the chi, the original chi. And the soul and the spirit are feed on this energy. And so when they come in, the original force that inside our body have to hold the soul spirit stay inside. And when the soul spirit in a Tao belief, they spread out to stay in different organs. And so when they and they hope that this organ can feed them and they can grow. Because the soul and spirit just empty body, they cannot make energy, make more energy. But human have a body, a contained body, so this is like container, the soul spirit can stay. And human have the most complicating digestion, absorption, and elimination. That's all we have. Huh? Digestion, absorption, and elimination. That's all we have. So we can take a raw material and make them into digest, absorb, and send to the cell and creating energy. But this energy from the food is very low grade of energy. We need to refine them and mixing with sexual energy, earth, primordial force energy, primordial light to come in to have this energy that can feed to the soul and the spirit. And the soul and the spirit have no senses, so you cannot communicating with anybody, anything. But the body have senses. So the soul spirit can express the intelligence and the energy through the senses. So the body like vehicle carry the soul spirit around and make food to feed them and refine energy to feed them. But this body is mass, and it's about the longest we can have 80, 100, or 200 years, and the body going to be gone. Now the soul spirit, they lost. The vehicle, the one that producing energy for them, they lost it. So the real purpose of the soul and spirit come to us because this physical can feed them and can make connection into the connecting with higher spirit, higher intelligence, and educating them so they can grow up. And when they leave this world, they are more grow up spirit. when people come to this world, they don't know it, that they have the soul and spirit. They need to producing and refine energy to feed them, and we need to educating them. So they leave the soul right inside them, not growing up and not educated. When you come to the end of the physical finish, now the soul and spirit is still like a baby, like a child in us, because they never grow, they never feed them, and never educated. Now, when the people that never know all these things, when they die, their baby, the soul and spirit is still like baby, so they have nowhere to go anywhere. They just drop here, right here in this earth. So this earth is a young earth. When there are baby soul or a child soul live and cannot go anywhere, stay here, it burn like fire burning all the time, because it's a young world and they're like baby, they get lost. So we call a lost soul and wandering ghost. It's lost soul, it lost. It get lost because they are child and they never grow up. And the Tao said this is the worst thing a human come to this world for, because they don't know how to raise and educating their soul and spirit. And you only have one chance the soul spirit come, and now the soul spirit have no way to develop, no way to educating, and they drop here is burning like fire burning all the time. They have to go into very deep inside the darkness. I like this concept, and I practicing it, and I believe it. And this is the real growth a person come to this world for. And when we come ascending of the five major soul and spirit, and when we don't feed them, they not grow. And when we leave this world, they all separate and running everywhere. And eventually they suffer here, and they're gone, you know. It's a long theory. It's a theory, and it can be believable, and it can be achievable. That is the key. So tomorrow we'll do this energy body and immortal child. And we're going to go to the fusion 2. Okay. Okay. Hey, I little bit run over time, so we give you time to ask. This is I like this theory, because it's real technology and the real practice behind it. Okay. So question.
陳老師，你好。
係。
it's very interesting for me to listen all the theory and
Just a minute.
practice.
Okay, can you say again? Because okay, go ahead.
Yes, it's very interesting for me to listen all the theory and all the practice for me. And I would like to know, to ask you, can you tell us a little bit more about this, what you told us, this theory, body, soul, spirit, and the soul, to lead this, to lead to immortality.
Tomorrow, when I guide you to the practice to understand more
about the immortality.
Right.
So the link in between exercise.
Right, because the soul and the spirit is immortality, is immortal. They will not die, because the soul and spirit is energy. Energy cannot be destroyed, only transformed. Okay, but if you understand, our soul and spirit is an intelligent energy, so it cannot be destroyed.
Yeah,
but we can transfer the physical energy, change them to energy, and feed into the soul and spirit, and that one become immortality.
In the body, with the body.
No, you have to change your, because this physical body cannot last. 80 years, 100 years, 200 years, they're gone. But if you change this to energy, energy will never, you cannot destroy energy. That is the key.
Okay. So, so all the exercise is changing the body matter into energy.
Right.
Link with the soul
and feed them into the soul, because the soul and the spirit is immortality, but they are baby. So you turn this energy and feed them, and now they become, the soul and spirit have part of your physical body that turn into energy in there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great answer. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
So what do the Taoists say? Why do we have to educate our baby spirits? Why does life exist?
I not get your question. Okay. So that's why I said, that's why the Tao said, if you understand you have a soul and spirit, you enlighten. And the second enlightenment, if you understand your soul and spirit is a baby and child or child soul, you are second enlightened. You get the point? Okay, now, if you think you have a baby in the house, what are you going to do with it? Go out to yes, you go, or you go out to the nightclub and sing and dance, Saturday night movie until 3 or 4 o'clock, and leave the baby in the house. You think you're going to do that?
No.
So the first thing, what you have to do, you have to feed them
and grow. Yeah.
And grow them. And after you grow, what you have to do with it? You have to educating them. And this is the technology of the Tao. The technology of the soul and the spirit is not a belief system. It's a technology how to do it.
I mean, and is there a third enlightenment when we are grown up? Will we understand more about the universe?
Right. You have to educating it. The education is in the wisdom of the universe, the wisdom of the star, and that the whole universe.
And the second question, when I say I, what soul or what spirit is speaking? When you say, I am Master Mantak Chia, which soul or which spirit is saying that?
Okay. Your question, the question is, you talk, I don't know very clear your question. You mean that
I talk about the consciousness, about the feeling of myself, the I, the feeling of myself. Which soul is that? Which spirit, or where is that in the Taoist theory
Okay.
located?
The question is very vague. I don't understand you, but I try to answer you. Okay. You talk about you, because now you are too complicated. Now you make it simple.
Okay.
Okay, very simple. You have 5 major soul and the spirit. They are running our operation. So you have the original spirit in the heart, and you have the Hun soul in the liver, and you have the intention spirit in the spleen, and you have the per soul, the emotional soul, in the in the lung, and you have willpower spirit in the kidney. Okay. Now each one have what they're doing. You see that? So you don't have to talk about who I am, where I come from, and where I'm going to go. I already answered you the long story that I talked to, long explanation before that, how we come to this world. Okay? Now, the original spirit is the commander in chief in the heart. The Hun soul in the liver is like general thinking, planning. Everyone have their own job. Everyone have their own thoughts and responsible. This one is already mapped out 5,000, 6,000 years ago. Okay? And you're still going to ask who I am, where I'm going to go. You already know where you want to go. Where you come from, where you go back. That's it. But you don't have a spaceship to go. Where are you going to go? So now tomorrow we talk about the vehicle. Okay? That is a long story. Tomorrow we talk about the vehicle.